Hi everybody, and thanks for coming to another edition of New Materials Video. I have a bunch today that I hope you'll like. First one is called Picture Book called Norman Didn't Do It, Yes He Did. This is about a porcupine and his best friend who's a tree. And they have all kinds of fun together. But then a new tree starts growing and Norman is very upset and thinks that they might become best friends, so he actually transplants the tree. Let's see how that ends up. Norman didn't do it. Next one is called Making a Baby. This is a very good new book if kids have questions about how babies are made. It has good pictures and very inclusive, so all different types of families and how they get their babies. Next one is a chapter book called Paradise on Fire. This is about a girl whose parents were killed in a house fire and who goes to a summer camp at her grandmother's encouragement. And it turns out that there is a fire at the summer camp, so she needs to try and figure out how to save her new friends. In that book, if you like graphic novels, here is one called Kitty Quest about two best friends who are kitties who need to slay this dragon, but very silly. If you like cats and you like exciting but silly adventures, I think you would like that one. Here's a picture book called Beautifully Me about this little girl who hears her whole family talking about their weight in a negative way one day. So she decides that she should also be worried about her weight and how her family responds to that. I thought it was very well done. Now this was one of my favorite books of the year. This is a picture book about a family of immigrants from China who probably in the 70s, I'm guessing. Her parents see some watercress on the side of the road, so they are very excited and make the kids get out and help to pick the watercress, and she's horrified that her schoolmates will see her and make fun of her, and she hates that her family does things that are different than the other families. But then her mother explains at dinner when she refuses to eat the watercress why it's important to her and her life in China. So it was just really beautifully done. Beautiful story, but simply told, and I think a lot of people would identify with that feeling. Even if you're not an immigrant family, you usually think your family's weird at some point. Okay, this one is called My America by Karen Katz, who is a very popular children's book author. Each one is just one page about a child who's come from a different country and what they enjoy about the United States, what's different about the United States. So it's just all about people from all over the world who come to live in America and their experience. Okay, this was a very interesting, this is considered a board book, I guess. So you open it and you keep opening it, and it's more like poetry, and it opens like that. So very cleverly done and a beautiful, simple story. Next one is another chapter book called The Insiders, and this is about a boy who moves to a new school. He's gay, and he's from San Francisco, where, of course, that is considered fine, but moves to a more rural area where he's getting bullied by a boy in the school, so he hides out in the janitor's closet. Janitor's closet strangely turns into like this mythical wonderland with the couch and video games and horchata. And then the two other kids from other parts of the country have a similar experience, and they all end up together and have adventures. So that sounded pretty interesting. This one is another graphic novel called This Postman from Space. It is about a guy who's a intergalactic postman. He only has one thing to deliver that day, and he's given a protege, somebody to help train, a new post person to help train. And they have all kinds of crazy adventures together. Okay, here's a board book called Who's Big Rig? And this is about different types of trucks. Now it has a lot of, terminology. So if you have a kid who cannot get enough about trucks, they might be interested in this one. Another board book. This is a new series. This is just one of them. Sing Along With Me is the name of the series. This is Head, Shoulders, Knees, and Toes. And this one, you get to manipulate the different pages. And it's really cute how it's done. And it's just Head, Shoulders, Knees, and Toes, the song. Last but not least, we have another picture book called Moon Camp. This is a boy who wants to just stay home and play video games, but his parents make him go to Moon Camp. And he meets some other kids there and, of course, ends up having a great time. Gets separated at one point. But very funny story, funny pictures. So if any of those sound interesting to you, I hope they do. And I hope if you look down below in the description, there'll be a record set where you can click on that, and that will list all the different books, and you can put any of those on hold and come pick them up at the library or do contactless curbside pickup. Remember, we have all our programs still on Zoom mostly, so check our events calendar for that. And if you want to come in the library, that's great. We would love to see you. If you don't feel comfortable doing that yet, then we have contactless curbside pickup. Just fill out a Books and More bundle form from our website. Okay, thanks for watching. We'll see you next time.